We got the home win. That is exactly what we needed. And that was an incredible performance by the boys. And listen, I predicted 2-1. We got the 2-0 win. We got a clean sheet, a professional performance in Europe. I said in the preview at home, the games that we play at home against any team basically in the Champions League since we returned last season, we've been winning them, most of them comfortably. Away is where we struggle a bit, but we got the win. And it is a professional performance. I'm still seeing a few people in the comments. I've just checked Twitter a bit and Facebook a bit. And I'm still seeing people are complaining. I'm like, what are people complaining about? Like, that was such a quality performance, professional performance. We literally don't have to win every single game by 5-0 or anything like that. We don't have to do that. You get your 2 goals, it's Europe. As long as you get the win, that is all that matters. We got the win. You got a clean sheet against top of the table in France. They are always champions of France. That is exactly what you need. Just get the win. You don't have to win the game 6-0, 7-0. Martinelli doesn't have to score 3 goals. Jesus doesn't have to come on and score 4 goals. No, we got the win. You're going to dissect everyone's performance, yes, in the player ratings. But for me, I'm quite happy with that performance. I'm very, very happy with that performance. We got, an early goal and we made it comfortable. We could have had more, yes. We could have had more chances and stuff. We were very comfortable defensively. They hit the post twice, yes, but it's PSG. You would expect them to, create chances here and there. But for me, I'm happy. We got the win, comfortable win, clean sheet. That is all that matters. That is all that matters. But let me know how you're feeling. Who was your man of the match? Which play impressed you the most today? Who was your man of the match today? We want to know all of that. But for me, I'm very, very happy with the performance. I mean, I predicted 2-1 and we got a 2-0. So that is even more than we expected. And Calafiori, incredible again. Julian Timber, incredible again. Kai Havertz, I still remember your comments from the last game. I saw someone commenting last game, Kai Havertz is completely useless up front. And I did answer that particular comment by saying, listen, he's scoring and assisting every single game. That is all that matters to me. And today, I don't think you can say that about Kai Havertz. He was absolutely amazing today, not only because of the goal, everything else, the holder play and everything, absolutely fantastic. And that is exactly what you need, as long as our players are performing well. And today's exciting, man. Come on. Merino is back in the team. Odegaard, we're getting closer to his return. Tomiyasu is back in the squad as well, like back in training. Like, these are happy times for us. These are really happy times for us. And for me, I'm buzzing. I'm personally buzzing. Really, really happy to see Merino back. We'll go through the reaction in terms of the squad and all that and what it means having Merino back. He's actually returned quicker than I expected him to return. I thought he was going to be in the team maybe after the international break or something, but he's back quicker than I expected. So for me, I'm absolutely buzzing. This is Europe. Listen, 2-3 years ago, we were struggling in the Europa League, having to wait for Thursday. This time, you're playing Tuesday, playing Wednesdays, and we're winning games, keeping clean sheets against top teams. 4 years ago, when PSG were in the Champions League final, I think 2021 or something, 2020, around there, like, us facing PSG would have been scaring me to death. But right now, I'm going into a game against PSG expecting a win. I'm expecting us to a comfortable win. Let's beat them. We have a great defense. They don't have to score. I was happy that Dembele was missing with the pace on the right side, but they still have a good score. They still trash teams over in League A. So for me, I'm absolutely buzzing that we got the win. Could have had more goals, but 2-0, absolutely fine. I also said that when the draw was made, we're going to play 8 games. I'm expecting 5 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. So far, we have 1 win and 1 draw. So we don't even actually have to lose. If we can get 5 wins, 3 draws, that is perfect. You're going to qualify. But if you get 5 wins, 2 draws, and a loss, you're still going to finish in the top 8. So that is what we need. We are now 8th in the table, 4 points, a win and a draw. Win all your home games. Go to Inter Milan, go to Sporting, try and get a draw from there, and that is all that matters. You finish in the top 8 and you qualify for the next round. For me, I am buzzing. A lot to be excited about. Timber, I'm so excited about Timber. It's looking really, really good. Calafiori is looking really good. Even Kivio coming on, I'm like, well done, man. Come on. Like, we need him. Lewis Kelly getting playing time. Like, right now, there's so much to be positive about in this Arsenal team. A lot of things we were complaining about last season. We were asking for rotation. This season, we're getting rotation in terms of different players playing. Martinelli starting, Trossard starting. I know Odegaard is injured, so most of our players are starting, yes, but we are rotating the team. Ben White was starting some games. Timber is starting on the right, sometimes on the left. Right now, a lot of our youngsters are getting opportunities. Nwaneri is coming on in some games. Lewis Kelly is coming on in the Champions League. Kakuri and those other youngsters are coming on in games. You're giving 16-year-olds debuts. Like, things are very exciting at Arsenal right now. Our players are returning. Merino is back from injury. Tomiyasu is back from injury. This is really an exciting time for me. I saw people complaining about this win. I'm like, come on, man, relax. We just won a Champions League game. We don't have to win 6-0. This is a good win. I asked for 4 home wins in a row. We've beaten Bolton, we've beaten Leicester, we have beaten PSG. Next up, Southampton. Win that game. That is 4 wins in a row at home, and then you go and enjoy the international break, and then you come back later and you tackle the tougher games. So things are looking good for Arsenal. But let me know what you made of the game. Who was your man of the match? And let's get to the lineup and the rest of the reaction. So hopefully today I have the right lineup. Last time I had Potter in goal. That is the correct one. Yes. Raya was in goal as always. Raya is making me so happy these days, by the way. It's like absolutely incredible. Calafiori, Gabriel, Salib, and Timber at the back. Ben White is still injured, unfortunately. That defense is great. I'm happy with that defense as well. Calafiori is really good. Although, just like last time, I was like, be a little bit careful. Let's not get any more red cards. But I love the energy. These days, Arsenal don't get bullied, you know. Calafiori is not there to get bullied. This is the new Arsenal that we have. Partey in midfield, Declan Rice, Trossard, fantastic. I think Trossard has done great in the number 10 position in the last 2-3 games. Martinelli on the left side, he's starting to get involved more. Yes, I wanted Martinelli to score today. He had a couple of opportunities, but he's starting to get involved more. Like I'm seeing a few more things that I wasn't seeing, a month ago, where he's taking on a couple of players, he's putting in good crosses, he's putting shots on target. That is the least. Yes, that is the least you can ask for, but at least he's doing those stuff. And then Saka on the right, Havertz up front. Havertz was incredible today. Personally, for me, I know some people still have problems with Havertz. Personally, for me, I'm way too far in terms of having a problem with Havertz. I think he does a great job for me. Like in terms of hold up, is he the best striker in the world? He is not, but he has scored in every single home game this season, in every single competition. That is what he needs to do: score in games, do hold up the ball, combine the play. And today he was absolutely incredible once again, I thought. And the goal that he scored, in terms of running from deep, we're going to talk about the goal later, but the way he ran from deep and got the header, that is perfect. I don't think there's anyone who does that as good as Havertz in terms of running from our midfield. And then on the bench, a lot of options. 2 goalkeepers, Neto, Potter, literally a 30-something-year-old goalkeeper and a 16-year-old goalkeeper. Incredible. Kivio, Kakuri, Lewis Kelly, Robinson. Again, we are like Brighton these days. Every single game I see a new youngster on the bench that I've never heard about. I don't even know who Robinson is. Merino, Jorginho, Nwaneri, Butler, Oyedeji, Gabriel Jesus, and Sterling. So this is a good lineup. This is the lineup I would have gone for. Ben White is still injured. I think Ben White and Timber and Calafiori will be rotating. I also don't want Timber to play every single game because he's just coming back from a serious injury. I'm usually scared. I'm like, no, man, we don't want him to pick up another injury. He was subbed off at halftime. I don't know why. Hopefully it's tactical because we don't want another injury. But my prediction was 2-1 for this game. I was confident we're going to create chances and win this game. We have been creating a lot of chances recently, especially in the home games. Yes, I did say last time we pick up most of our good wins away from home. At home usually make it a bit hard. But in the Champions League, as I said in the preview, that is in the Premier League. In the Champions League, we don't do well away from home, but at home we're incredible. Last season we beat Sevilla, trashed Lens, trashed PSV, scored 2 goals against Bayern Munich, beat FC Porto at home, went to penalties, but away from home is where we struggle. But at home we are very good in the Champions League at home, and today we continue that form, got a comfortable win. So my prediction was 2-1, and then I saw the score. I was very happy, and we started the game very well. Saka was looking very good from the beginning of the game. Saka's really upped his game a lot as well. Like last season at the beginning, we weren't really happy with how he was playing, and that period between December and January. Right now, Saka is playing really well. Like against Leicester over the weekend, he did not score, he did not assist, but he had like a 9.4 rating or something from SofaScore. And then I rewatched the game, I was like 9.4. I watched the game twice, and I was like, I can see why this guy created the chances. Like every time you're trying to score a goal, you're just giving the ball to him, asking him to do things. He was taking every single corner. His corners these days are incredible, almost like 90% of the time. So Saka is incredible, and today he was playing really well again. And the first 15 minutes of the game is looking really good. There's a pass that David Raya made in the second minute over the top to Martinelli when Martinelli collided with Donnarumma. Raya is making me really happy these days. You can see the confidence he gets. Now, when I did the video about Raya and talked about confidence in players, now we always talk about, players need competition, and a player has competition, they're going to up their game and play better. Maybe that's not the case for everyone, Maybe some other players want to know that, okay, I'm the only one I'm being dependent on. I'm going to play well. Because when Ramsdale was there last season, maybe Raya's concentration, maybe Raya's focus was not there, and the pressure was too much. And, at the beginning of this, especially the Luton game away from home, Raya was terrible last season. But right now, as soon as Ramsdale has left, as soon as the competition has left. I loved Ramsdale, by the way. I don't mean it in that way. Ramsdale, I still love Ramsdale. But in terms of him leaving and taking away the pressure, ever since, Ray has been very comfortable. He's been performing well every single game. And maybe he's one of those players who, don't need that competition. Maybe he just prefers being the number one goalkeeper. And he knows, now I'm the number one goalkeeper. I'm going to do the job. And these days, you can see the confidence. He's coming out of his line, coming out of his box, and, passing the ball. He's not afraid of trying anything. And he's absolutely incredible. Now, let's come to the goal. I think this could be like top 3 already of my goals this season. I think it could actually be one of the best, maybe in the top 2. That goal that he scored today was absolutely incredible. Not only just the Havertz, not just the header. Trossard, you could see, I was screaming, cross the ball, cross the ball, cross the ball. They're making the run. He waited, and he picked up the perfect pass. Like, Havertz was nowhere near being offside. That was the perfect timing in terms of the cross from Trossard. And the Havertz finish, absolutely incredible. He's already done that already against Wolves this season, where he runs from deep and scores the goal. Now, when he plays in midfield a couple of times, that's why some particular games I still don't mind it. I know Havertz is better up front, but 1 or 2 games, because of those runs from deep, he makes those runs incredibly well. Now, if he plays a striker and can still make those runs from deep, that is fine. But that goal, I really enjoyed that goal from Kai Havertz. That was really good. That cross from Trossard, the timing of the run from Kai Havertz, perfect, and got the head on target, scored. He was not scared of colliding with the goalkeeper in that situation. He went for it, brave. And for me, I'm absolutely happy with how Havertz is doing. I want us to sign a striker in January, yes, but as I've always told you guys, you can say you want a striker without bashing Havertz. You don't have to say, I want a striker, because Havertz and Jesus are terrible. No, you can just say, I want a striker to come, and you leave it at that. You don't have to say, okay, I don't like Havertz because of this or this and that. No, he's doing incredibly well. Like, this is not the same Havertz that was playing for Chelsea. He's scoring every single game, different kinds of goals every single game. Brighton, it was a chip over the goalkeeper. Wolves, it was a header from Saka's cross. Today, it was a header from Trossard's cross on the left side. Against Bolton, it was, a rebound. Against Leicester, it was a tap-in. Different kind of goals. That is what you need from a striker. Score different kinds of goals. And right now, already 6-7 goal contributions in September. I'm happy with that. Last season, Havertz in September, he was really struggling. We had to give him a penalty like around September, I think. Exactly 1 year ago, we had to give him a penalty against Bournemouth to score. He had not done anything in terms of attacking returns. Right now, 7 attacking returns or something. He's doing incredibly well, and I'm very, very happy with how he's doing. And that goal, very good. And the more he scores, the more beneficial for us. So I want Martinelli to score. I want Jesus to score and Trossard to score, because the more they score, the more they get confident. We'll talk about Jesus as well very late on, because I have something to say about him. So 1-0 to Arsenal, perfect start. You're controlling the game. We were confident. PSG aren't really getting any chances. Timber, as I said, was looking good. Calafio was looking good. He was pushing forward. Martinelli was getting on the ball. Saka was, taking on his man and getting past him multiple times. And Timber had an amazing tackle as well in the box, where he literally just, tackled the ball with one leg and he pushed forward with the ball, very confident on the ball. Incredible player. As I said in the last stream, I really do believe if he had Timber last season, we'd have won the league. I think that's how much we missed him. People were saying, how can Arsenal miss Timber? Has never really played for them. No, you can now see it. If Timber was there, we'd have won that league. Not even just the games that, like Aston Villa, we would have scored many goals. No, the games that I always point out to, Liverpool away, those games where we had a 1-0 lead and then the other team came back from behind. Maybe if Timber was there, we beat Liverpool 1-0 at Anfield and we win the league. Simple as that. So Timber was a really big miss. I'm so happy that he's back. Now, I don't like it, but I don't like when these players go for international. I know we can't be selfish. They have to go and play for their countries, but now I have to sit down and hope they don't go play for Netherlands and Brazil, and because of the injuries. But hopefully he comes back good. I'm really happy with this performance so far. Is looking incredibly good. So PSG did create a chance. They hit the post. Mendes from long range. That's what most of the teams need to do these days, because they're not really going to create a lot of chances against Arsenal. So a lot of the teams take shots from outside the box. You take a look at their shot stats and you're like, okay, they took 6 shots, but 4 of them from outside the box, which is okay. That is what the goalkeeper wants you to do. Take the shots from outside the box. The Raya trusts himself. The defenders trust that they're going to block it. Keep taking your shots. We also had a scare from Hakimi. Hakimi is very pacey, so he literally just passed Calafio on that right side. I do know Calafio is a very good player. He's very pacey, so I understood that, but Calafio did well. I think they got a corner from that, but he still needed a second goal. We were playing well, but he knew PSG were going to create chances, and they did. They hit the post 2 or 3 times today. The second goal, once again, very, very good goal. Those are the kind of goals you want as well. These days, when you get a free kick or a corner, I literally feel like we've gotten a penalty every single time. Doesn't matter who we are playing against. And you guys, you do remember. Most of you watching this, you do remember. We can even go back to 2013, 2014. Bro, teams are getting cornered. Let's talk about Stoke. You remember when you used to play Stoke and Dilap used to launch those throw-ins into our box? It used to be a nightmare. Like, we couldn't defend those things. Gibbs, Traore, Bellerin, Debussy a few years later, Sculacci, those defenders that we had, we could not defend a corner to save our life. We could not score from a corner. Like, we'd score two corners. Like, Koscielny would get a couple of goals and Vermaelen would get a couple of goals. But, once in a long, long time. These days, every single game, and like, we're the best team in corners. Can you believe that Arsenal is the best team in terms of set pieces? We used to be the worst when we used to play against Blackburn and Stoke those days. So Nikola Jova, I absolutely love him. Like, this is the first time I felt connected to a set piece coach. Like, I never bother. Like 10 years ago, I just knew Arsene Wenger was Arsenal's coach. Pat Rice and Steve Boldo, the assistant. That is all I knew. I didn't know anyone else in the boardroom, in the bench. I don't know anyone else. These days, like, all of them have an impact in this Arsenal team. And we scored from a free kick, though, directly from a free kick, not a corner or not a head or anything like that. And that is the first time we scored a free kick in a long time. I think since Odegaard. Like, it was a kind of a funny free kick that we scored today. Yes, it wasn't really direct like a Rafinha or Yamal would do for Barcelona, but we scored from a free kick. That is our first free kick since 2021. Odegaard against Burnley. Incredible. We don't score directly from free kick. So that was good. Saka getting on the score sheet. Absolutely brilliant. He's confident as well. He's looking good. Saka, another player who is scoring and assisting every single game. He's looking confident, and I love it. If Saka is confident and Havertz is confident in performing and Trossard is confident in performing, that is good for us. We need a lot of players performing so that we can compete for all those trophies. This season, like, even if you forget about us fans, if you put us fans on the side for a little bit, I feel like those players really deserve to win something. Those Sakas and Salibas and Odegaards, the ones who've been here for 3-4 years, even the ones who've just joined, yes, the Declan Rices and, Timbers, those players, you could see how much they really want it. After you saw that performance against Man City, I could tell, like, they really badly want to win this title, badly. Like, even when you consider that last-minute goal, I was like, well, it's a draw, it's not a loss, but you could tell the players, they were disgusted. Like, they were so unhappy. Ben White on that day, I knew that they really want to win that trophy. So hopefully this one, they can go away with at least 2 trophies. That would be great. So 2-0 to Arsenal, a free kick goal, as comfortable as you like it. I was hoping, let's get a third goal, let's kill it off, let's make it 3-0. We don't have to consider goal, just to make it comfortable, because you never know. We saw it against Leicester over the weekend. But in the Champions League as well, we are very good in terms of defense, the way we, keep everything tight. We don't, push forward too much and lose control, apart from when he did it against Bayern last season at home. Apart from that, we've been very controlled the game a lot. Kivio came on at halftime for Timber. I don't know why Timber went off. If it's just rotation, I'm happy with that. Hopefully it's not an injury, anything like that. So second half, Martinelli had a couple of shots that were saved. Gabriel had a tackle as well. And then we finally saw Merino coming on for his debut. Ali debut. I didn't think he was going to be back this early. Super happy to have him back. That adds into our midfield options now. Rice, Merino, Jorginho, Partey. Now these days we have Nwaneri who can play in midfield for us as well. Another option, Lewis Kelly can play in midfield. He can play several positions as well. That feels really good. Trossard is playing in basically as a number 10 now. We have a lot of different options who can fit in our midfield, and that feels good. That is what we need. Partey hopefully can continue playing staying fit and playing 90 minutes regularly. That would be great. We can get rotated in Merino. Rice, keep on doing your job. Jorginho is going to get his chances as well. He's not going to just be thrown away from the team. Jorginho and Kivio, they have to be part of the team as well, because you never know. In case Partey, Calafiori, and Timber all out, you're still going to need Kivio and Jorginho to come into the team. So we have to keep everyone playing and everyone performing in the team. So that would be great. PSG did create a few more chances. They hit the post a couple of times. They are really trying to score and all that. Jesus came on, so we need to talk about Jesus. We'll talk about him in the player ratings more, but he came on. I saw it. I saw the time. I was really looking at him because I am one of the people that say they really want Jesus to stay this season, especially Champions League. Last season he was our best player. I'm going to give him one more season because him and Zinchenko, they've had one good season and one bad season. So give them a third season. That is what I say. The game against I do understand the game against Leicester, because we saw the bench come and everything, everyone was celebrating and Jesus was not. I felt 50-50 about that. I was like, okay, I do understand you're not playing. You wanted to come on early because it's 2-2 in your strike. You want to come on and score. You've not been performing that well, so you also have to understand that part. But in terms of celebrating the goal, I was like, come on, this is not about one individual. We are trying to win the trophy together. You have to celebrate. We can't be like mourning and crying when Arsenal have scored a goal. That is a team that has scored a goal. Doesn't matter whether you're on the pitch or not. But with that as well, I was very worried because when a player does that, you could see against Leicester today, he comes on, he has a chance to pass the ball, and he doesn't. And that is not because he did not see the play or whatever, because he's desperate to score so that he can start next game or whatever. I don't like that part of it because you have to still play as a team. Because if you still get an assist, if you still make a run and give an assist, you've still done something for the team. But the fact that the last couple of games now is like starting to be a bit selfish because he wants to score a goal, that is detrimental to the team. So we can't do that. So I guess he needs to be spoken to. So that is where Arteta doesn't really even need to do it. That is where now a captain needs to sit down and talk to Jesus. Now, I don't know how you'd feel about that because, he's won things and our players have not won. So he can easily say, I've won the Premier League before you guys haven't. We don't want it to get to that situation. But this is where, Odegaard needs to sit down with him and tell him, listen, this is still a team game. You still need to perform, there's no being, you're not celebrating goals and all that, passing the ball. No, he's now done it twice. He's done it against Leicester today. So what I'm going to do, I'm really going to be watching him next game. If you have another chance to pass the ball and, you try something else because you're desperate to score. No, the goal is going to come. Let's not force it. The goal is going to come. As I said to Martinelli as well a couple of weeks ago, you're going to play, goals are going to come. You're still going to get an opportunity. We have Southampton this weekend. Jesus is still going to get, I don't know, you could even end up starting. Who knows? You could get 30 minutes from the bench. You're still going to get opportunities, but you have to give the coach a reason to perform. So we cannot be celebrating goals because he did not come on or because Noneri came on before you. And today I also didn't like the fact that he ran with the ball and did not pass the ball. Like we could see Saka was a bit frustrated. He was like, come on, pass the ball, I'm by myself. So we don't want that in the team. We don't want that kind of spirit in the team. The goal will come, but you can't keep on being desperate. You don't want to get into that situation. But again, that is why I usually prefer every single player being confident, because if you have a couple of players doing that, it is detrimental to your team. So it would be great if Havertz is scoring, Jesus is scoring, Trossard is scoring, Saka is scoring, Noneri is scoring, everyone is happy. That would be great, because if Jesus had scored 5 goals this season, he would have passed that ball. Against Leicester, he would have passed today. So listen, today he was given more minutes than he was against Leicester. So listen, next game, maybe he's given a half. Let's see how he does. So let's see, because I wanted him to stay. No, majority of you wanted to leave. I'm going to see between now and January, whenever he gets a chance, I'm going to analyze his performances more. But right now, I don't like the fact that he's a bit desperate and he's not passing the ball. I don't like it at all. So yeah, that is my little Jesus rant. So yeah, Merino came on for Partey. PSG created a few chances. Martinelli had a shot that was saved. Calafiori picked up a yellow card. Lewis Kelly got a chance to come on as well. Really happy with that. But apart from the couple of times they hit the post, they never really threatened a lot. Maybe there could have been a couple of more goals, maybe one for PSG, one for us in the second half. But we managed to keep the clean sheet. We kept it tight at the back. And that is what you need. That is exactly what you need. Play professional. You don't have to score 20 goals. Because I've seen people, I'm going to jump into the comments right now. I've seen a lot of people who are not happy with, we've not controlled the game, we've conceded, we not or why have we not scored a third goal, fourth goal? No, you just need to be, professional. The goal difference doesn't matter so much in the Champions League. It could if you're tied with the team, but just get your wins. Just get the 5 wins minimum, and you're going to go through. If you get 6 wins, you potentially finish even top of the league, which would be great. Let's qualify. Let's not go and play the round of 16. I'm happy with how the game went. Professional performance. A lot to be happy about, as I pointed out. Havertz is scoring goals every single game. Trossard is looking good. Martinelli is looking back to is better than what he was a month ago. Defensively solid. Timber, Calafiori, almost new signings, both of them looking sharp. Kiva is coming on now. He's playing a few games. Nwaneri, Lewis Kelly, they're getting their chances. David Raya is having his best season in his first full season as an Arsenal player, a full-time Arsenal player. Things are looking good, man. Things are looking good. We're getting back-to-back wins. This whole year from January to now, which we're in October now, how many games have we lost? We've lost to FC Porto, Bayern Munich, and Aston Villa and Liverpool in the FA Cup. So 4 games lost in all of those competitions from January to October. Come on, by this time in any other different year, would have had like 15 losses by now. So things are looking good for us. Let me take a few of your comments and then I'll do the player ratings. Chat. Thank you for all the comments, by the way. You can see there's over 100 of you watching on YouTube and 100 of you watching on Facebook. I appreciate it. Musa says they predict Saka, Havertz, and Martinelli to score, but Martinelli failed even though he tried well in the defending side. I think he did okay in the forward side as well. I know he had a couple of shots saved. I mean, get it on target. That is what I asked for 3 weeks ago. Get it on target. Don't put it off target like he did against Atalanta. Don't do that. Put it on target. I think it is a good attempt, and his confidence is coming back. He is still not the same Martinelli that he was 2 years ago, but more importantly, he's not the same Martinelli that he was 3 weeks ago, the one that could not hit the target. At least we're starting to see him coming back to near his best. When Partey went out, we started struggling in midfield, and we almost considered Kiwior defended well, says Benjamin. Did we? I'm going to rewatch again that last 30 minutes. I mean, I know what you mean. PSG created a few chances, but a couple of them were from corners, like the Joao Neves one, the one hit the post was from a corner. Yeah, I know what you mean, but let's see. Again, let's not make it about who is better between Marine and Pat. Let's just be happy that both of them are in the team. Rice is in the team as well. Jorginho is in the team. I'll watch that last 30 minutes again, Benjamin. I see how it went again, but I didn't really see that a lot. Most of the chances that he hit the post from are from long distance and corners and stuff. But also, let's be fair, there's some games as well that Partey has been playing and we've been struggling in midfield, like against Aston Villa, against Leicester. So let's be fair. I still love all those midfielders. I still think we have a very good midfield. Let's see. I want them to rotate. Partey will play some games. Merino will play some games. Nwaneri will play some games. Trossard will play some games. Let them all get a chance. It is better for us if every single player is performing. And Partey for us playing 90 minutes, it's still a very, very big positive. The fact that he's fit and able to play 90 minutes, I'm so happy with that as well. Nice one, Gunners, but you need goals, please, says Aminu. Yeah, I agree, but as I said, it's a professional performance. You don't really have to score 5 goals. Yeah, maybe take your chances. Yes, you can argue that if you don't take your chances, maybe you could be punished. But for today, this particular game against PSG, I don't mind it, man. Timber and Calafiori, man, complete footballers. Now I understand why you had to wait for Calafiori's transfer for that long. I'd say it's a gem, says Joshua. Yeah, big signing, considering Chelsea wanted him as well in the last minutes of the transfer window as well. Real Madrid asked for him as well, but he said he's already joining Arsenal, which is big. So when teams like that want him, Leverkusen wanted him as well, you know why. I'm really buzzing to see how quality your team has become. This is real Arsenal, even young ones, all amazing. Even the young players, as I said, for sure, Zimba. I'm so happy Marina is back, says Joshua. Was Timber subbed off, injured? I'm not sure yet. I'm going to confirm that. Says brilliant performance from our boys, but man of the match I gave Kiwior because they makes my day. Really? Kiwior, interesting. I think he did well. I mean, it didn't see him getting exposed at all. I think he did well on that left side. Again, I'm going to rewatch the game again. I'm going to do the player rating from what I watched, but I'm going to rewatch it again and see if there's anything I missed. Merino balances attack and defense, says Simon. To me, Kai was my man of the match, says Osbert. Let's see. Musa says, I'm happy for the win, but not happy with our performance in the second half. Again, I don't mind the second half at all. We did create chances in the second half, and I don't think you're going to keep PSG out for 90 minutes. They're still a top team. They still have top players. They are missing players. Ramos is missing for them. Dembele is missing, but they're bringing in Kolomwani, World Cup finalist. He could have scored that goal in the World Cup, but Lee is great. Zaire Emre is great. Joao Neves was bought for like 70, 80 million. Vitinha is very good. Like, they have a lot of good players. Hakimi is one of the best right backs in the world. Marquinhos has been one of the best center backs for like 15 years. So they're still going to defend well and still going to create chances. But yeah, for me, I don't mind that performance, Musa. I'm totally fine with. Leicester one, different. I was not happy with the second half performance against Leicester because I thought we got too comfortable today. No, just professional performance. Just get the win and get out of there. That is all you need. You don't have to open up and get 5 goals. Musa says, wow, what a win and brilliant performance. I really like these players. Almost everybody did very well today. I'm so happy, 100%. Anu says, good evening, Glenn. Good win. Gabriel Jesus needs to go. We're going to talk about Jesus in the player ratings. Brilliant performance. Come on, you. Ghana says, Malwak. Long time, brother, but I appreciate your work, says Katumwa. Thank you. Up the Ghana says, Module. I'll come to the rest of your comments. Let me do the player ratings. First. Let's go to the player ratings. A lot of teams scored a bunch of goals. Barcelona 5. Jesus Christ. I guess people see that and they're like, okay, Barcelona scored. Our goals are going to come. You're going to play against Dinamo Zagreb at home. They conceded 9 against Bayern. You're going to play against Shakhtar at home. Monaco is very good, by the way. I did say yesterday that PSG is a tough team at home, but Monaco is very good as well this season. So let's see how we do against them. Inter Milan Sporting, again, from like right now, I can tell you, you're not going to go and create 10 chances against Sporting and Inter Milan away from home. Those are going to be very dirty games as well to watch. But if you go there and you don't lose, I'll be happy with that. This is the Champions League. You're going to need win your home games and play as solid as possible away from home. So yeah, Arsenal 2, PSG nil. Player rating. Let's start with the goalkeeper David Dreyer. I think he was okay. We kept a clean sheet. His passing today, I liked it. I liked his confidence. They always, going forward and hitting the long balls. There's one pass that could have been incredible. Usually see Ederson doing that. Didn't have a lot to do today. He was saved by the post a couple of times, but made a couple of saves. Another thing that I really like about Raya these days, or this season so far, apart from the world classes and all that, the way he comes and collects the ball every time the other team has a corner or a free kick, I think he's been very comfortable with that. And dark arts, the way he drops to the floor and takes away 10 seconds. I love it. I don't care if they call it dark arts. I absolutely love it. David Dreyer for today, you're getting an 8 out of 10. Love it. His performances these days, man. It's been incredible every single game. I don't think we've watched a game and been like, oh my goodness, what is Raya doing? This season, Raya's been absolutely fantastic. So keep on doing that. Keep on being incredible. Jurriën Timber on the right side. Now, he only played 45 minutes, but I came across his stats, I think, in the first half or something. I think he had really, really good stats in the first half. Before I confirmed the stats, I had given him a 7 out of 10 for that first half as I take a look at the stats. Incredible, man. He's very comfortable on the ball. There's a tackle he made in the box. You think, oh my goodness, he's going to give away a penalty. He did the same thing against, I think, Leicester or someone, where he tackles in I think against Man City. Like he makes a tackle in the box and you're like, oh, he's going to give away a penalty. But no, he times it very well. He's starting to create a relationship with Saka on the right side, which is great. He's looking comfortable, man. This guy plays, before his injury, he's playing as a third centre back for Netherlands and centre back for Ajax. He can play as a right winger. He can play as a left winger. If you use him there, he can play as a right back, right full back, whatever. He's incredible. As I watched the Arsenal goals again, this Trossard pass was amazing, man. Timber 7, but the stats I came across. So in the first half, Jurriën Timber completed 100% of his dribbles. He won 100% of his tackles and 100% ground deals won. He only played 45 minutes, but I feel like 7 is too harsh. I'm going to stick with the 7 because it's just 45 minutes, but I think I could easily have given him an 8 for the time he was on the pitch. He did everything correctly. So I wouldn't mind if some of you gave him an 8. I think it was a very, very good performance, but 7 out of 10 for Timber for me. Ricardo Calafiori, love it. The energy, the way he doesn't like get bullied, he's fighting everyone. I love it. Just be careful not to get a red card, but I love it. There's only one time where Hakimi ran past him, but Hakimi is a very pacey right back, and he ran past him and he crossed the ball. But for the rest of the game, I think Calafiori is amazing. Once again, very comfortable on the ball. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 for today, Calafiori. Fantastic. Really happy to have him in the team, man. He's really, really good, and hopefully can stay fit because this is a big signing for us. Like having a left back and right back who are that dynamic and they can attack and they can defend, they can head the ball, they can pass the ball, they can tackle, they can push, go forward and combine with Martinelli and Saka. That is great for us. So Calafiori gets an 8 out of 10. As I take a look at the fixtures, you're playing Shakhtar, Inter Milan, Sporting next. So just win the home game. Inter Milan and Sporting are going to be difficult, but let's see. Calafiori, 8 out of 10. Centre backs today, Saliba and Gabriel, man. Like, these days I try not to even get into debates and all that. I don't like it because when you get online and people are like, okay, Colwill is better than Gabriel. I'm like, I don't want to debate, man. You think what you're going to think. You keep Colwill, we'll keep Gabriel. You keep Konate, we'll keep Saliba. Just do that. You keep those players, we'll keep ours. Gabriel, they didn't get a lot of opportunities in terms of corners up front. We didn't get too many corners today, but Gabriel solid as always, 8 out of 10. What a player, man. What a player. And Gabriel is now one of our longest serving players, alongside the likes of Martinelli. He's been here since 2020, COVID time. So he's been incredible for us. Saliba as well, 8 out of 10. I could easily have given him a 9. Very comfortable. The tackles that both of them make, they're so comfortable. Like that combination. We once had a combination of Tony Adams and Martin Keown and Tony Adams and Steve Bold and Campbell and Toure and Vermaelen and Koscielny and Koscielny, Matasaka, all those were great. None better than Tony Adams' group and Sol Campbell's group. Those guys are really, really good. But I think this could be the best that we've had since Saliba and Gabriel in terms of centre-back partnership. This is really good. When I look at this players, I'm like, hopefully we can have 6-7+ years of this centre-back partnership together. If you're able to keep Saliba for 6-7 years, it's great. Again, I believe Arsenal is a big team. You're not the same team that you were 6-7 years ago. You're struggling where people are like, oh my goodness, Real Madrid want him. I don't care. He's going to stay at Arsenal. We are going to win trophies with him. That is what I believe. So Saliba, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10 as well, as just like Gabriel. Brilliant performances. Thomas Partey today, we thought the goal was his at the time. I think Thomas Partey was okay today. Didn't really get exposed. Again, I'll rewatch the game again to see if there's anything I missed. PSG did have a couple of chances, but I didn't really think Partey was as bad as he was against Leicester. I think he was okay. So 7 out of 10 for Partey today. Again, I usually don't like taking a look at the stats when I'm doing the player rating, because I could easily just check and see, how many duels he lost and all that, but I just do it in terms of what I watched. So 7 out of 10. If there's any mistake, I always comment and say, okay, I watched the game again, because Saka gave him 7 or 8 against Leicester, and then I watched the game. I was like, oh yeah, this is not 7 out of 10. This is 8 out of 10 at least. So Partey 7 out of 10. Next up was Declan Rice in midfield. Solid as always. Didn't have to do too much today, but he was making some really good runs, did Declan Rice. So in terms of controlling the midfield and making those runs to help us cover the ground and all that. So I'm going to give Rice a 7 out of 10 as well. I think is as solid as ever. Again, another player just like Gabriel. I hear people saying, no, Declan Rice is average. I'm like, Declan Rice is average. Okay, you guys think whatever you want to think. Again, you can keep Enzo Fernandez. You can keep Gravenberch. We'll keep Declan Rice. I'm happy with that. Declan Rice 7 out. If Declan Rice had gone to Man City, we would not see that league for the next 5 years. If they had Declan Rice and Rodri, so if Declan Rice was playing for Man City and now Rodri is injured, Declan Rice would have been coming on for them. We'd not have seen that league for the next 5-10 years. So Declan Rice being an Arsenal player, I am very happy he did not go to Chelsea or Man United or Man City came to Arsenal. So that was a big signing for us, right? 7 out of 10 for today. Trossard, very good cross for the goal. Amazing. That one alone, that cross, I'm giving him an extra 2 marks for that cross. Brilliant performance. In terms of the goal, brilliant. And I think he's been playing well as a number 10. So 8 out of 10 for Leo. Brilliant. Really happy with him. Hopefully he can continue the performance. Now, why I did not go on about Jesus a lot in the first game, and he did that against Leicester and he didn't celebrate, because I remember Trossard as well scored against Aston Villa and didn't celebrate. So you can do that for one game as long as you start performing the next game and all that. But right now, I saw the way Trossard has been celebrating. He's now happy. But if he had done that for a couple of more games, I'd have been like, come on, this is a team game. I know you're not happy Martinelli starting over you. But let's relax. Let's focus on the team first. We need to win the trophy. And when you win the trophy, we win it together, When we win the trophy, you're not going to hear me saying, Saka is the one that got more assists, so Saliba is the one who defended this and that. No, I'm going to look at the whole team, even the bench players. Nwaneri, Lewis Kelly, we did it all together. So Trossard 8 out of 10 for today. Let's go to the forward players. Bukayo Saka, he scored the free kick. Saka is just always involved, man. This season, he started it on fire. Hopefully, he can get somewhere to rest him, because he also played against Bolton. Again, listen, England, Palmer is better than Saka. Play Palmer in England. Let Saka stay at Arsenal. Palmer is better than Saka. Let him play for England. Let us rest Saka, please. Go and play Cole Palmer and Madueke. We can keep Saka at Arsenal. We can give him a 2 weeks rest. So listen, maybe Palmer being good is good for us so that Saka can rest as well, because they don't have to play him for 90 minutes twice in the international break, because we really need him. He's playing really well right now. Set pieces, corners, free kicks. We are not getting penalties this season, and he's still getting involved in everything. Every single goal that you're scoring, Saka is involved, basically 8 out of 10. And he's creating a lot of chances. By now, if, for example, I know Saka himself missed a chance against Brighton, but I think Saka created a chance for, was it Havertz against Brighton? Saka created a chance for Martinelli against Leicester the other day. Saka could have had 11 assists by now already. The other corner, the Gabriel head against Leicester that was saved by the goalkeeper, that could have been another assist for Saka. He could have had 11, 12 assists by now already. He's been creating a lot of chances this season. So 8 out of 10 for Saka. Really happy with his performances. Keep on doing that. Martinelli today, Martinelli is a tough one. He got involved a lot. I was happy that he was getting the shots on target, as I said. He did create a couple of chances. A good cross that Martinelli gave in the second half, and Havertz headed it, and I think it was cleared off the line. That was really good. So the crosses are good from Martinelli. What I've seen the last couple of games, hopefully he can keep on doing that. If he gets more goals, to be really, really happy, good for us. So hopefully he does that. So 7 out of 10 for Martinelli today. Let's hope he keeps on improving, because I was very worried after that Atalanta game. I was very worried. I was like, man, we can't have another season where Martinelli and Jesus are not playing well. Without Odegaard, we need all of them to play well, because we can't just depend on Saka and Havertz throughout the season or something. Martinelli 7 out of 10 for today, though. Kai Havertz up front, loved the performance. The header, brilliant run, brilliant goal. The second half, small things that people usually don't look at, because a lot of people look at, oh my goodness, Havertz has gotten 1 goal in 3 months. He's a useless player. No, even if he didn't score today, there's something that he did in the 90th minute when I think someone cleared the ball, and Havertz literally held off the defender when he got a free kick in the 90th minute. Things like that, I love to see. Energy, he's always involved. Now, something that we can't say about Havertz is, we watched the game. I didn't see Havertz today, because last season at the beginning, people were saying Havertz was ghosting or whatever. You couldn't really see him and all that. You can't say that. Over the last 1 year, you can't say that you did not see Havertz. Like, he's getting involved in everything, the holder play. There's another one that I think the one that Jesus didn't pass. I think it was Havertz controlling the ball from the end, and he gave the pass to Jesus, and then Jesus was supposed to pass it to Saka. Havertz did incredibly well in terms of that as well. What am I going to give him? I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I was thinking 8, but because 9 is like, you also got a goal and an assist or something. But in terms of hold-up play and the goal that he scored, opening goal and all that, he did well. Like, I didn't have a feel, and I didn't see anyone saying, oh my goodness, Havertz is doing badly in the second half, take him off. No, he was the one who's actually helping us hold up the ball and take a bit of pressure away from us from the entire second half. So, and he created a couple of openings for us as well with his control and all that. That's great. Havertz 9 out of 10. He is my man of the match. Let me know who your man of the match is. That is the full squad. Who came off the bench? Who came on? Mikel Merino. Merino came on. Literally, I don't have him even written down here, because he had not really played for Arsenal before. So I don't even have him written down here. So I'm just going to type it in right now. I'm going to watch the game again and see how well Merino did or how poorly Merino did. But I was just excited. I didn't even just look at him all that and see how he did. I just excited that Merino was back. So I'm just going to give him a 6 out of 10 for his time. Hopefully when we can judge him more when he starts a game, just like I said about Calafiori a few games ago in his debut. Let's see when he starts how he does. So 6 out of 10 for Mikel Merino. Kivio came on at halftime. I think Kivio did well. That, again, for me, I usually don't have a problem with Kivio. Left back wise, some games like last season against Bayern Munich, you don't want Kivio to be playing against Sane, because you're going to destroy him. But a game like today, usually, I don't feel like, oh my goodness, Kivio is coming on. Those players are gone, but last season, there's a few times when, for example, Nketiah would come on, and I could see a lot of people in the watch-alongs and online saying, Nketiah is on. I'm not even going to watch this game anymore. When people react like that, it's really bad. For Kivio, I never feel like, oh my goodness, Kivio is coming on. What are we doing? I never really feel that. I'm like, okay, the defender is going to come and do his job. Come on, defend well. And I think he came on and defended really well. 7 out of 10 for him for that 45 minutes. So really happy. Like, our defense right now, man. Timber, Calafiori, Gabriel Saliba, Tomias is coming back. Ben White is going to come back. Come on, man. This is a really good deal. Even Zinchenko, I'm going to throw him there, because I'd rather have Zinchenko than have Kolasinac, to be honest. So I'm going to be happy when he comes back as well. And when Zinchenko comes back, he doesn't have to play as a defender as well. Now we have enough defenders. You can push him forward. So that would be beneficial for us as well. Kivio 7. Who else came on? I'm going to save Jesus for last. Myers Lewis Kelly. Just a 6. He was on for 4 minutes. But Jesus, I'm going to talk about Jesus for sure. Now, again, everything else, he got the ball. He was, getting involved in everything. He was winning the ball back and all that. But I just don't. He got the ball twice and he passed the ball when he had the chance to pass the ball. This is the second opportunity. I also wasn't happy with Trossard not celebrating against Aston Villa when he scored, because that brings a bad vibe in the team. You don't want. Yes, it's good to show the manager that you want to play, but I didn't like the fact that how Yes, people will say that don't care about how Martinelli feels, but the culture that we built in the team, we don't want to have it make it look like, my goodness, how these other players don't think this other player is good, nah. We want everyone to be at the top of their game. So against Aston Villa, when Trossard didn't celebrate, it was like, come on, okay, we get the message, but he didn't do it twice or thrice. Now Jesus has done it twice. He didn't pass the ball again today. Again, next game that he plays, if he does it again, it's going to be a different tone. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10 for the time that he came on. I really need him to, get opportunities and score goals, and he gets a chance. Because if Jesus is scoring and Martinelli is scoring, as I said, and Havertz is scoring, it's better for us. We have numerous players scoring. Last season, Jesus was our best player in the Champions League. He was incredible against Sevilla, PSV. If he can regain that Champions League form and just even perform that way in the Champions League alone, we are still in a better place. So I'm just going to give him a 5 out of 10 for today. I don't think I missed anyone. Arteta. That is a solid performance in Europe. Got a clean sheet, looked comfortable. I know, as I said, PSG are going to create chances. We created chances. The squad was fine. The players coming off the bench didn't mind any of them at all. Jesus coming on, Lewis Kelly coming on, Merino making his debut. The way he hit the Merino appearance, incredible. I didn't even think Merino's going to be back. Like, they're so good at hiding it that even Arsenal fans cannot find it. So incredible. So at for today, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I think it was. So if you had added like a third goal or fourth goal in the second half, maybe it would have been a 9, but 8 out of 10, solid performance in Europe. I'm happy with that. 8 out of 10 for Mikel. It's a man of the match. Havertz for me. Nominees, if you have other nominees, I'd say Calafiori is definitely a nominee in terms of player, in terms of man of the match. Maybe Declan Rice, maybe one of the centre backs. I'll see. So meanwhile, as I take a look at your comments, I'm going to check if something happened to Timber, anything like that, and also take a look if there's any stats that I missed. Man, Pate was amazing today, says tactical. Yeah, I gave him a 7. I think that is fair enough. Let's hope Timber's okay, because he was amazing. Big confidence boost and good performance in Europe against a semi-finalist team in last year. This year, you're right. And the previous 2 years before that, they were Champions League finalists. So I know PSG, they're like us. People always banter them for not winning the Champions League and all that, but they're still a serious team. They still have good players. Their manager is still very good. Their manager was the manager of Messi, Neymar, and Suarez for a reason. He's managed Spain and all that. He's a good manager, so they're not terrible. We are managing games better now. Glenn is a positive step. Yep, for me, I don't mind the fact that Arsenal did not play well in the second half or anything. That was game management. I'm happy with that, TD. I'm definitely happy with that. Live from Johannesburg says, Mike, thank you. Big up SA. Musa says, to be honest, Gabriel Jesus was selfish. Yeah, I didn't like that. In that ball, he could have passed it to Saka on the other option. The work ethic from everyone was insane. I agree, Dan. You could tell they want to win these trophies, and that is what I love most about it. I'm watching the Julian Timber, the way he just got the ball tackled the ball and tackled the opponent, got the ball back and ran past a couple more players. Timber is incredible. What did I give him? 8? I gave him a 7. Maybe it should be an 8, even if he played 45 minutes. I think he was really good. We are gradually becoming deadly in set pieces. I just appreciate the win. I love you, Kai, says Benjamin. We get a corner and I literally stand up because I'm expecting a goal. It's like a penalty. Like, it's crazy. Man says, watching live from Freetown, Sierra Leone. For me, Saka is the man of the match. Yeah, he's very, very, very good as well. Big up to Sierra Leone. Big thanks to the boys. They have done it again. Nice teamwork. Man of the match goes to Saka, says Matthias. And remember, if it wasn't for referees this season, we'd have won every single game in the Premier League so far. We'd have kept a clean sheet against Brighton as well. We'd have conceded maybe 3-4 goals by now. That is it. But we'd have won every single game. We'd have had 18 out of 18 and Champions League 4 points. We've gone through in the Carabao Cup. I'm expecting us to beat Preston. After we beat Preston, that's the quarterfinal, and you're getting closer to that cup as well. I predicted us to win the Premier League and the Carabao Cup this season. So let's hope it's the case. If we win the 2 trophies, winning just the Carabao Cup, maybe it's not as exciting. But if you win the Premier League and you've also won the Carabao Cup, you're like 2 trophies. That's great. You're moving somewhere. And we can now say that has won the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup. He only needs this particular. If he wins this one that we've played today, that would be amazing, man. Don't get the Jesus first choice sub. Okay, that is that's a good point. Yeah, that's fine. I guess it's also a case of I started looking at it and maybe saw the fact that Jesus was not happy coming on in the 94th minute. Let's give you 30 minutes now. Let's see how you do today. Maybe it's a case of that, And maybe if he doesn't play well, that would be like, I told you. That's why I didn't bring you on that particular game. Let's see. I still want, I didn't also really like his performance against Bolton either. So I want Jesus to get a start somewhere because I want to see something. If he starts like maybe against Havertz is playing really well, so Trossard is playing really well, maybe that's not the game. But if it was possible, and if Arteta did it, maybe interested someone and played him against Southampton, I want Jesus to start somewhere because I want to see him for 60 minutes and I want to see something. If he played like against Southampton for 60 minutes and he didn't do anything at all, then I'd be very worried at that point. So I still want him to get like 60 minutes this season, like for full game, because he's not been the first thing about him missing the games. He's not been missing the games because Arteta did not like him. He was missing the games because of the injuries. Now that is not Jesus's fault anyway as well. But that is the first reason why, we couldn't depend on him because he was always injured. So, but let's see. If he starts next game, let's see. Francis is not having it. Francis says Jesus was a big flop. I can't see any news on Timber so far unless... No news on Timber so far I can see. Saka says, I see a lot of people speak about Arsenal and the way we play, but it's about results. Exactly. Let's not listen to what other teams are saying. We have to do whatever it takes with its set pieces of playing our beautiful football. We just want to win. Love that. Let's not ask for stuff from outside. Julian Timber has been getting 9 in rating. Incredible. I gave him a 7. I'm seeing a lot of people giving Timber 9. Bukayo Saka is the first player to score a direct free kick for Arsenal since Odegaard in 2021. Yep, I mentioned that earlier. There's no news so far on Julian Timber. Hopefully it was just tactical because there's another game where he went off. I think it was against Brighton before the international break, and he came back the next game. So it wasn't really anything to be concerned about. Thank you for the super chat, Ake. I appreciate it. She says, happy the win. Thank you for the live stream. Glenn, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Michaela said something on Timber. So this is what it said. He was unbelievable in the first half, but he felt something muscular. Yeah, that is what I didn't want to hear that. He was unbelievable in the first half, but he felt something muscular and he wasn't certain. So they didn't want to take a risk. So basically, Timber was taken off because he had a muscular injury. He felt something. No problem. Listen, we have Southampton over the weekend. Don't play him. Don't. We have a good enough squad. Even if it means you're playing Kivior at right back at Southampton, that is fine. Lewis Kelly, that is fine. Don't play Ben White. Don't play Timber. That will also mean Timber does not go to the international break, which is great for us because we want him to play against Southampton, and then he goes and plays 2 games for Netherlands. So what I would do, I'm not going to play Timber against Southampton. I know Ben White is not there, but we have enough defenders. We are supposed to beat Southampton. I watched Southampton against Bournemouth yesterday, and I was like, surely we are going to win this by 4 goals. No underestimating any team, as we said, but not having Timber or Ben White against Southampton does not mean you're going to lose the game. Play whoever. If you play Kivior at right back, if you play Lewis Kelly at right back, I don't mind. Just don't play Timber over the weekend. You're giving him now 3 weeks to rest. Give him that 3 weeks to rest because after the international break, it's tougher. After Bournemouth, you're going to start facing Newcastle and Inter Milan, and Liverpool and Chelsea. We need these players to play those games. So don't play him against Southampton. Thank you for the special RK. So yeah, Konumbi. So he was taken out because he felt something muscular. So yeah, these things are going to happen. At least now people are not going to say Arsenal have never had injuries. No, we are having Ben White is missing, Odegaard is missing, Merino's been missing, Calafiori missed a few games. Timber is potentially going to miss another game. Rare was injured against Man City in that game. So yeah, you're going to have a squad. That is why you need a squad, everyone to feature in the team. So for me, I'm happy how the game went. Rest him against the next team, and let's see how it goes. So good win against PSG, 2-0 win. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Deep in the night now. Let's now start focusing on the next game. Our next game is Saturday against Southampton. The same time we played against which team? Against Leicester. So middle of the day on Saturday. Let's hope we get the win there, and then we can enjoy our international break and pray very hard that no other player gets injured. And then we come back. It's Bournemouth, it's Shakhtar, it's I think Liverpool, and then it's Preston in the Carabao Cup. Let's keep winning. October, we are undefeated this season. Let's keep doing that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch up with you on the next one. Literally, the screen is frozen. I can't end this